we have January Susan. Come on stage right now. Let's give it up for Seamus Smith.
I want to start by saying I'm really proud of myself because the second time I ever did this, I completely botched the handshake. But I've got it a couple of times. I think I've got it down. So I'm dressed up like this because it's homecoming week at my high school. Today was Decades Day. And I was supposed to look like I'm from the 60s, but instead I just kind of look like a discount Ted Mosby. Funny thing is, yesterday was USA Day, and the German Foreign Exchange student was looking around like, the hell is going on? So that was cool. I was at a pep band event earlier tonight for a volleyball game, and it's really awkward to cheer for our home team because it makes it sound like we all really want blowjobs. More head, more head. It's a little uncomfortable. Sigmund Freud once suggested that women are attracted to bald men because they look like penises. That is entirely true, but I think he was just saying he thinks bald guys are dicks. Were you to put a dog in a submarine, would it not then be a subwoofer? Teachers are weird. I really worry about my history teacher. It always seems like his glory days are behind him. He's always living in the past. My economics teacher is always ranting about how there's no such thing as a free lunch. He made me pay for this too. He also rants about the invisible hand of the market, and when I'm sitting there in class trying to write a joke about that, I was just coming up with nothing. And then it hit me. My dad gave me dating advice once. He said, if you want to get a girl to like you, you gotta give her a story that she's gonna love to tell her friends. So now to pick up women, I started a book club. Show up on the first date and sit down. Hand her Pride and Prejudice. No, you read that. Tell your friends. So I'm in a long-ish distance relationship. I'm dating a girl who lives in Holly. And she wanted to meet up at her house. And when I say she lives in Holly, she lives kind of outside of Holly. When I say she lives outside of Holly, I mean like off the highway, and then off the highway, and then through some winding back roads, over a moat, and through the fires of Mount Doom outside of Holly. And when she told me that, I thought, great. No witnesses. I'm gonna die. And I was genuinely concerned about this because I've gone my whole life without breaking my not backwoods murdered record. And I wasn't going to jeopardize that. And I was telling my friend about this. He was like, hey, I have the perfect thing. And he hands me this massive knife and goes, this is bitch shanker. Bitch shanker will keep you safe. So I drive all the way out there, 45 minutes to an hour-ish. Bitch shanker's in my pocket. And I don't get backwoods murdered. And I was really glad about that. And we're sitting there, we're watching a movie, and she sits and rests her legs across my lap, and she feels bitch shanker in my pocket. And she looks over and goes, oh, you're getting excited. Joke's on her, though. She got frisky and lost a few fingers. Holding hands got awkward. It was like grabbing a rock. Speaking of giant knives, or something similar, you can all go to Amazon.com right now and buy a sword for less than $20. And I think we should all do this. Everything is better with a sword. Could you imagine getting mugged by someone with a sword? They have earned your money. They make money with a sword. They deserve whatever you give them. Or if we all had swords, and you got in a fight with somebody, you wanna go? You wanna go, man? Shoot! It's on. Like, that would be so great. Fight to the death. No to the pain. And the reason you're not laughing is because that's a quote from the book The Princess Bride, which coincidentally is the first book we'll be reading at my book club, ladies. I'm gonna wrap this up. So, last year, 2 kids in high school that I go to got expelled for having sex in a hallway. That is entirely true. And where this happened, in one of the stairwells, there's an extra, like, 4th little floor with just a maintenance store. It's really, really small. They got expelled for having sex up there. The school then, in response, they went to the school board, they asked for money, they hired a contractor, they got a construction company, the construction company built a wall, walling off this area, put in a door, New locks on everything, got the janitor's new keys, cost the school a bunch of money and a bunch of bureaucratic nightmare. Meanwhile, a hotel room and cab fare, much cheaper, much simpler solution to this problem. And I'm not suggesting that the school should become, well, a whorehouse, basically. But unfortunately, it kind of already is. That's where I'm going to end today. Thank you.